Hey, what's up guys? So today I'm going to show you the thought process that goes into team building. Right now, just for this video, I'm gonna build this team with the thought in my mind that Aegislash is back in OU. Right now there's a suspect test and there's a good chance Aegislash will come back to OU. And I personally like Aegislash and I have a lot of experience when he was in X and Y with him, so yeah, better be safe than sorry. Here's a little speech I'm gonna have to say in every single one of these tutorial videos because not everyone will see the very first one, and I have to keep that in mind when I make these. So as we all know, one of the most difficult things to do in Pokemon is building a team of 6 Pokemon. It's really overwhelming for someone starting out to take in. I like to think the lack of team building skills are really what hold the trainer back when it comes to getting into competitive Pokemon. There's a couple people I know that are perfect examples of this, but they're not here right now, so forget that. So what are you going to need to start out? Well, in my opinion, of course you're going to need Showdown. You're going to want to test your teams here. I don't want you to go through the trouble of building your teams on your DS game and then it being a waste of time. So you're going to be using Showdown. You're going to have a damage calculators because let's say this new move comes out or a new Pokemon comes out. You want to know how to be prepared for them, how many EVs to invest in a certain Pokemon. You're going to want to go ahead and go here and figure that all out. There's links to it everywhere. You can like straight up click overuse, click ORAS damage calculator, that works. Me personally, I don't use this next website, the Maryland Team Builder. You can go ahead and put in your Pokemon here and see how many resistances and weaknesses you have. It can help. I personally don't use it because I keep everything in the back of my head. Here's a really good place when you're starting out. It's called the Don's ORAS Team Building Pendulum. It was made by CTC. CTC is an amazing team builder, so you might as well just want to go here. It has a lot of information for you to absorb, and it has a lot of options in team building. CTC is very creative with his teams, and I actually admire the guy. This last thing, this is very important. You're going to want to go and look at the viability rankings because this is what tells you what's being used a lot, what's relevant, what's powerful, and what isn't. In my opinion, S rank to A- rank you should be prepared for. Don't even bother preparing for the B ranks. Although you should probably keep them in the back of your head, they're not really worth preparing for. Or at least like setting up a core to prepare against. You really want to take care of these guys here. So let me start out with structure. When building a team, I try to fit 2 water resist, 1 to 2 fighting resist, 1 to 2 dragon resist or an immunity, a flying check, an elect check, or 2 resist, to electricity. 2 ground resist or immunities, at least one of them cannot be bypassed by Mold Breaker. That's important. And 1 dark resist. Among these Pokemon, I try to make sure you have hazard support, defog, rapid spin, and hazards of your own. I make sure to have a Scarfer, lots of priority. That all depends on what team you're building really, but priority is kind of important in this game. Actually really important now I think about it. You're going to want Intimidate. Intimidate is pretty crucial in the metagame right now. You're going to want a T-Waver or Weather Abuser. Weather Abuser is going to be the Revenge Kill, so essentially Revenge Killer. Let's see what else. You are going to want to have at least 1 Stall Breaker. So my Stall Breaker is Gyarados right here because he's an amazing Stall Breaker with the ability Mold Breaker when he Mega Evolves. If you have trouble figuring out what Pokemon work with who, there's actually well, you can go in the forums here, you can click OU, you can click good cores, and you could find one that works for you. Personally, me, I'm gonna go for a little bit more of a defensive team, because in my opinion, Gyarados works better in a defensive team than a hyper-offensive. That's just been all the times I've used them, I've noticed that. So that's why I chose Ferrothorn for his partner. Together, Mega Evolved and Not, they have like a total of 16 resistances, and that's pretty huge. I chose the classic Dragon Dance set as opposed to the new one and the sub Dragon Dance because this is my personal favorite, and I plan to have status support. Like I plan to have a heal builder because that's pretty important when having a Pokemon like Gyarados in here. You could also have like a Healing Wish Latias if you wanted, but in a defensive team I don't think that's really too good to have because you're sacking a good Pokemon essentially. Now that I think about it, you can actually use the Bulky Dragon Dance Gyarados set here if you want. I'm personally not going to. The Ferrothorn set here is pretty standard. Nothing much to really say. You can run spikes if you want. I'm choosing to run these two because split, you know, options really is what it's all. So looking at these two Pokemon, you're gonna want to think, what gives these two Pokemon weaknesses? Well, I know something that can give Gyarados weakness, and that's like Prankster, T-Wave, Thundurus. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna look here. We're gonna think, oh, okay, what totally beats Thundurus? Or my bad, Thundurus, and is actually really good. Well, screw looking here, because I already have this answer in my head. For this team, you're gonna want a healer, probably a Wish Passer. I'm thinking, in all honesty, what can take on Landorus really easily? Probably Clefable. Let's add Clefable. So items, leftovers, of course. Let's see, ability. Unaware. Oh yeah, the Charizard's like really still used a lot. Yeah, I don't really see Charizard a lot, but he's used quite a lot. Oh, that's definitely gonna help with Altaria. So Unaware, Clefable. Let's see. You know what? I think Calm Mind will probably be better than the Wish set because that gives me the win condition. Let me look at this place real quick. Beats that. Beats that. Beats that. Beats that. Beats that. Beats that. Yeah, I'm going Calm Mind. That's probably the best option. So, Moonblast. Heal Bell. So I'm definitely gonna need that since I'm running. Since it's not Sub Gyarados, you're definitely gonna need Heal Bell. Also, like Heal Bell plus Gyarados, you could like play as reckless as you want with Gyarados if you want. Especially if you decide to run Wish on this thing. You can go ahead and run Wish if you want. Wish Protect. I'm going Calm Mind because I need another win condition. And Moonlight. Bold because I'm scared of Altaria and Charizard, to be honest. See, when you're running Bolt, I'm trying to remember the EVs. I think it's like 248. 252 defense. And I could speed creep other Clefables, but that's pointless, so Fate's Death. Let's see what else. That's actually a pretty solid core right there. Let me think what bothers it. Keldeo is actually kind of... Yeah, Keldeo is a problem. Let's see what else. Charizard Y can be a problem. I know the immediate answer for those two. Latias. Latias also adds another water resist to here, so that's nice. There's my dragon immunity, dragon resist. Latias. Life Orb. Moon, Draco. Psyshock. Let's go Defog. Now you can either run Roost or Healing Wish here. That's up to you. Me personally, because I want this to be more of a defensive team, because in all honesty, it's like bulky hyper offense. What this is. Yeah, that's exactly what this is going to be by the end of it. No, you know what? No, just I'm making it balanced. I'm making it balanced. I'm going for Roost. You can go ahead and choose Healing Wish if you want. That just lets you play more recklessly with Gyarados. And if you're running Sub Gyarados, that's actually kind of a better option. Maybe. Actually, no, Wish Passing Sub Gyarados is better. Then again, Healing Wish is so good, especially how common Bisharp is. So yeah, beware of Bisharp. I think like the common set's like 72 HP, 252 speed, and the rest in special attack. Timid. Now let me think again what gives this team trouble. Well, Ferrothorn kind of takes care of Metagross, but Latias beats that. Latias beats that. Clefable beats that. Ferrothorn kind of you know what? Hold on, let me think. Oh, you know what's a problem for this team? Aegislash is a problem for this team. I think mixed Spadef Hippowdon takes care of that real quick. Aegislash isn't on this yet, but I guarantee you he's going to be S rank if he's brought back into OU. Let's see, leftovers. I'm actually gonna go Sandforce, and here's why. I don't want this Sandstorm whittling down Gyarados' HP, because it's crucial that he lasts very long. So I think it was like Slack Off. Oops. Slack Off, Stealth Rock. EQ. And let me think. Because I'm playing defensively, I really have to think this out. I can either go for Rock Slide or Toxic. Those are my two options here. This is where you really decide, which one's better than the other. So let's go look here again. Let's see what threatens us that Rock Slide could help with. In all honesty, I see Charizard Y being a reason to run it. Oh, Talonflame is a reason to run it. Talonflame is still very popular. What else? Thunderous is a reason to run it. I mean, Toxic's nice versus Stall, but I'm trying to think of everyone else. You know what? I'm gonna leave that up to you. I'm gonna run Rock Slide because I'm gonna be running a sub-toxic Aegislash, so there's no point running Toxic on this thing. Yeah, no reason to run Toxic on this thing because Aegislash is gonna be on every team in that meta, so Aegislash has to be my next option. So let's go. Where's Impish? Impish. Hey, so this is a post-filming edit. These are the EVs you should be running on Hippowdon. I actually spent this giant chunk of time right here figuring out what EVs you should be running on this thing. So yeah, I fixed it. Oh, one thing you should really pay attention to: all your special attackers, all of them, if they're strictly special attackers, make sure they have 0 IVs in attack. And that's just to take as minimum foul play damage as possible if you want to switch into a foul play. It's a perfect thing to do when you're battling. And last Pokemon, we're going to make it Aegislash because he's going to be on every team. I think I said I was going to run Toxic on it, so let's run a sub-toxic Aegislash. Let's make it shiny. Yeah. Sub-toxic. King Shield and Shadow Ball. Perfect. And because I'm not running any physical attacking moves, let's go for Modest. I believe it was 236 was the correct EVs to run on this set. 252 special attack. And I think the rest goes into Spadef. Yeah, no, I googled it like after I finished filming. It was in speed. So I'm just gonna do a quick recap of the team. We got the star of the team, the classic DD Mega Gyarados. We got the standard Ferrothorn. You could use Spikes over Power Whip. I prefer Power Whip. We have the Unorbital Fable because we need a way to stop setup sweepers. Calm Mind because it could also be another way to win the game. We have the standard Latios. We have mixed Hippowdon, and we have the sub-toxic Aegislash, which in my opinion is the best Aegislash. Okay, so I used Maryland's team builder, and it's a piece of shit to show the resistances and weaknesses. I fucking hate this website so much because it glitches out. Rather than tell you how well this did, I'm just gonna show you my checklist and how it fared. Great, beautiful, you saw it. Okay. As far as the other part of the checklist goes, this team is like a bulky offensive team, so it'd be actually kind of bad to be running a Choice Scarfer on the team. The only thing that you would really need is Intimidate, because that's important. Your stall breakers being Gyarados and Aegislash, your hazard control. Everything else doesn't really fit this team, so I chose to not include it. All in all, this is a pretty well balanced team, so it should work pretty well with you. It does a significantly good job against this meta. Clefable beats that, Latias beats that, Latias beats that. Aegislash and Hippowdon can beat Metagross, and the list goes on from there. If you guys have any questions or like you want me to rate your teams, you can go ahead and like find my Smogan profile and just email me here. I don't really get a lot of messages because I stay under the radar, but yeah. Thank you guys for watching. This is Registered Quiz signing off, and I hope you all enjoyed this tutorial.